All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, Bashem Kwadash, the honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word in sincerity and truth on the four corners of the earth. All right, just right quick, man, I ran into this article on RT News, which is actually a couple days old. We all know it was the anniversary you know, of 9/11, and I seen it on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, so I seen it on Twitter. They and Jake kind of made this mocking hashtag all buildings matter. All right, because they had the Black Lives Matter movement, and the retort to that from the other side was, well, all lives matter. So this is basically Jake using Esau's rhetoric, all right, or whatever against him. All right, but it says all buildings matter hashtag sends Twitter into Meltdown on 9/11 anniversary. All right, so it says trending only behind non-related commemorative hashtags. The offbeat all buildings matter has stirred anger online, with people causing those advancing it of mocking tragedy to prove a point about all lives matter slogan. Now this is the hypocrisy of Esau. All right, that's why the scriptures say the joy of the hypocrite only lasts for a moment. All right, this is the same exact thing he do when you bring up anything they did. You say something about slavery. Well, that was a long time ago. Man, that 9/11 shit was damn near 20 years ago, man. All right, we all know it's fishy. All right, but they telling you never forget 9/11. They never want you to forget tragedies that happened to them, which, I mean, I don't necessarily deem it a tragedy, but, in the eyes of, most of the world, this is considered to be a tragedy, all right? So whenever a tragedy happens to them, never forget it. Never forget Pearl Harbor. Never forget 9/11. Motherfucking Columbine shooting. Whatever they go through, They never want you to forget it. But they want you to forget all of the atrocities that they committed against you. And this is Jake just mocking them, man. Esau getting mocked, man. All right, it says all buildings matter hashtag, an explicit evocation of the ongoing U.S. debate was used to ridicule flaws in the slogan all lives matter. Because, Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter are both bullshit slogans, organizations, whatever the fuck. But just to make the point that All Lives Matter shit was just used to mock Jake. It was used to mock, Jake, the Israelites. Black Lives Matter. No, All Lives Matter. Now they shitting on y'all with your own shit, and it's causing some type of uproar. Excuse my language. Those trying to prove their point attempted to show through the use of otherworldly memes that saying all lives matter when talking about Black Lives Matter movement is similar to saying that all buildings matter, not just NYC Twin Towers matter when discussing 9/11 tragedy, and that's true. They used Jake, got on Twitter, and used your own tactic against you. It says, I'm so upset that we don't raise awareness for these buildings. You see, he says but all buildings matter. This is all the buildings next to the damn Twin Towers, man. What once was the Twin Towers. All right, it says those who proceeded with this logic weren't shy about exercising their tongues and inserting the hashtags into their tweets. It says hashtag all buildings matter. It says, shouldn't we get over this since it happened so long ago? We cannot change what someone else's ancestors did. See, now you're getting mocked. This is the same thing starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. The same thing believers say. Y'all want us to remember all y'all shit, but y'all tell us to forget all ours. So with this, what is her name? The Malana? What she's saying is that's the same shit y'all say about slavery. Shouldn't we get over this since it happened so long ago and we cannot change what someone else's ancestors did? Your own rhetoric getting used against you now. See, that's the thing about, you hold a mirror up to somebody. If they real, they accept it. But you're phony, like Esau, he's gonna get upset. You all upset. Look at him. Jake mocking y'all, telling us about the 9/11. Yeah, 3,000 people died. My man, I mean, Jake's died by the hands of police or damn. Come on, man. Going back to slavery is no question. Or how many people died when y'all dropped the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You feel me? How many people y'all done killed? What's your body count? How much blood on your hands? Don't tell me because a damn airplane crashed into a building and we supposed to be sad forever. Ain't nobody sad for us. And this is what you see in the Israelites, all right? You Negro, Latino, Native, Seminole, doing on this Twitter shit, Says, don't all buildings matter? Include the World Trade Center and include the World Trade Center. I don't understand why y'all mad. And I don't know what the fuck this weirdo is. It says the tone and message of the emerging online phenomenon, markedly invoking the twin World Trade Center towers that were razed to the ground in New York, touch a nerve in many Americans who began to flag the all buildings matter hashtag in their wrath-laden publication. See, they don't want to hear nothing about themselves. And of course, you got a coon, all right. But yeah, they don't want to hear nothing about themselves. All right, and when I say, of course, you got a coon, it's always gonna be some black dude or black woman that's gonna in the following days. All right, what is it, like the 13th or the 14th? Now, you're gonna start seeing, well, why are they doing that? Because they always gotta have a token black people speak. But it says those observing online, among them Errol Weber, a Republican candidate for Congress, was stunned by the fact that the hashtag trended particularly well, despite appearing in only 4,400 posts. It says the number 2 trend in the country is all buildings matter. Twitter is allowing this trend with only 4,400 tweets, but suppressed the canceled Netflix hashtag, which means nothing. It says we are dealing with evil. Many unloaded on those who utilized the hashtag to instill their views on others, using an event that took the lives of almost 3,000 people for your political agenda. All right, and this is the bull crap. All right, they always want to talk about body counts, man. All right, America has all the bodies. Not just, you got the Israelite blood on you and on your hands, so that's where the real problem lies with you. With the Most High about to destroy this place. That's where the real problem lies. But even the other nations, you be kicking their ass, man. Oppressing them. Talking about 3,000 lives, man. What are you talking about? You allow women, like black women in particular. I know y'all don't like to hear this, but black women in particular, they abort about, if I and I might be shortchanging it, they abort about 3 times this amount a month. So you allow little fetuses to get murdered, but come on, man. You're a joke, Esau. All right, it says that's just fucked up. Yeah, right. And everything that they do is not. Come on, man. It said, I say that about anyone or any movement doing this, a fiery response reads, others uploaded images showing the aftermath of September 11 attacks to remind people, what are you mocking? Being hateful does not bring more awareness to or prove your point, one wrote without naming names. For those tweeting, here it go. This is a nigga woman. I told you, it's always a nigga on America's side. For those tweeting, all buildings matter, here's a reminder of what you're mocking. Being hateful does not bring more awareness or prove your point. And when you look at these 4 images, let's see if I can zoom in. When you look at these 4 images right here, which one of these images are more horrific than a lynching? Or police sitting on your neck, so you can't breathe, shoot you in the back, shoot you in the head. All right, go look up slave punishments, man. The shit that they used to do to not only you Negroes, but you Latinos, you Native and you Seminole Indian as well, or you Israelites, or the tribes. None of these images is that horrific, man. All you see is ash and smoke and some Edomites carrying some shit. And in the left corner, he doing the Tebow. You know, come on, man. This shit ain't shit, man. Those in the pro-Black Lives Matter camp stepped into the debate to make their point, but these interventions only made things more heated and polarized. Why? Because Jake is calling out Esau hypocrisy. All right. It says, how is all buildings matter hateful? We're simply, and this thing is being, he really being facetious, but still makes a point. How is all buildings matter hateful? We're simply acknowledging the fact that no one building should mean more than the other. Isn't that what all lives matter means to Black Lives Matter movement? See how foolish and insensitive that sound? That's the point. Let's talk about it. See, they on Esau ass. What Jake is saying is we doing the same thing you doing to us. Even though Black Lives Matter is bullshit. But this situation still calls out the hypocrisy of Esau. Says, unsurprisingly, much of the public anger was then directed towards unspecified leftists and BLM activists who ostensibly, probably pronounced that wrong, pardon me, benefited from moving the All Buildings Matter hashtag up Twitter's trending topics. African Americans died and lived in the area during 9/11. This hashtag is dumb and disrespectful, a Black Lives Matter critic pointed out. Some devout conservatives went as far as to accuse the radical left of hating America. You should hate America. If the radical left is the Israelites, all right, you should hate America, man. Shit. Says the All Buildings Matter is the most disgusting hashtag to trend I've ever seen. Leftists and the BLM movement wonder why they're losing public sway. Pessimists suggested that nothing would bring the U.S. together. True. While outrageous to many, the All Buildings Matter phrase is not entirely new to the internet. T-shirts bearing the phrase have been readily available online for years, as have baseball caps and other merch. 4 years ago, stand-up comedian Michael Chi ridiculed it on the Netflix comedy segment. Meanwhile, in New York, the annual vigil for the victims of the worst terrorist attack in U.S. history is being held at the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. The worst terrorist attack in U.S. history is the day that you Edomites or you so-called white people stepped on this land. You slaughtered 177 Native and Seminole Indians, as well as other, northern tribes. So would you take 3,000 or 177 as being more terroristic, if you will? Which one? Yeah. The institution has had to balance tradition and the safety of those attending during the COVID-19 pandemic. The reading of the victims' names will be pre-recorded, and a central stage has not been assembled. But there will be a nearby ceremony, which separated from the official one over the disagreement as to whether the name should be read in person, and speakers will present and yada yada yada. But the point of the video is Jake is calling out Esau's hypocrisy, man. Nobody is caring about the things that happen to you because you don't show any empathy or remorse, really, for the people that you've committed all these atrocities against and, continue to oppress, all right? But I ain't going to hold you. I hope that video was edifying. With that, I'm going to say shalom.